With the holidays quickly approaching, what better way to celebrate and meet others than a holiday social and ornament exchange icebreaker? I have some pretty interesting attendees, and joining tonight will be Sigmund Freud, Albert Einstein, Pablo Picasso, Igor Stravinsky, T.S. Eliot, and Martha Graham. We each have an ornament with our picture in it in which we will place on the tree and provide a little information about ourselves in regards to education, family life, relationships, and personality. Being the host, I would first like to introduce myself. I am Jessica Lee and originally from Canton, Georgia, where my family still resides. I attended Woodstock High School and then went on to the University of North Georgia, in which I obtained my BBA in management. In 2012, I began my MBA at Brenau and will be graduating very soon. I began my career in HR in 2009, and I recently moved to Raleigh, North Carolina for a new opportunity still within the HR field. I have a very strong and healthy relationship with my family and had a very positive childhood. I have an older sister and a younger brother and grew up in a middle to high income class family. My parents put me in an abundance of activities I was interested in, such as softball, basketball, ballet, and gymnastics. They were always very supportive of my interests and hobbies. They also worked with me to expand my vocabulary, reading, and math skills. I was upheld to very strong educational standards, which helped me to really appreciate education and continual learning. I tend to be more of an introvert rather than an extrovert, as I do not enjoy being the center of attention. I do enjoy social gatherings and having strong friendships and relationships. Most people would describe me as being compassionate, organized, creative, and driven. Here is my ornament, and I will place this on the tree over here. Now I would like to introduce Sigmund Freud and discuss his background a little bit. Sigmund was the firstborn of 8 siblings. He is highly intelligent and creative and attended very prominent schools. He has a keen interest in literature and spoke a variety of languages. He obtained his doctorate at the University of Vienna. The things I have in common with Freud are that we are both very studious and went on to obtain higher education. We were also not the only children in our families. However, I am not proficient, nor do I know multiple languages, and I did not go on to study medicine. Here is Sigmund's ornament, and it can go right here on the tree. Next is Albert Einstein. Einstein's childhood can be considered pretty normal, and he embraced religion from a very young age. He was very enthusiastic about learning, especially in regards to mathematics. However, he did not appreciate the mainstream school system in which he regularly skipped classes. The things I have in common with Einstein include that we both maintained close friendships and relationships and received higher education. However, I did not skip classes, and I did very well in a mainstream school environment, and I was not considered to be a loner. Here is Einstein's ornament. We will put this over here. I would now like to introduce Pablo Picasso. Picasso was born into an artistic family, with his father being a naturalistic painter and also working in a museum. From a very early age, Picasso was painting and very interested in human emotions, and his family was supportive of his artistic talents. He did not enjoy formal education and regularly skipped classes and performed poorly. Although his family was supportive, Picasso did not maintain a close relationship with them due to jealousy and resentment-related issues. The things I have in common with Picasso include that we both are creative and were born into a supportive family environment, and we both went on to obtain higher education. The things I do not have in common with Picasso include that I did not skip classes or perform poorly in school, and I did not have a strained relationship with my family. He was also considered to have a very dark side to his personality at times. Here is Picasso's ornament. I would now like to welcome Igor Stravinsky. Igor grew up in a very artistic and musically talented family. However, his parents did not want him to follow in their musical and artistic footsteps and instead study law. Igor struggled in the relationship with his family and did not have a very happy or positive childhood. Much of Igor's music education was self-taught. The things I have in common with Igor include that we both went on to achieve higher education and could both be considered perfectionists at times. However, I did not have a lonely or unhappy childhood, and I had good relationships with my family. I was also supported in my interests where Igor was not. Here is Igor's ornament. Next is T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot was born into a very influential and educated family. His family placed a lot of academic pressures on him. Eliot enjoyed writing from a very early age and was also noted to be very talented and creative. He went on to follow in his family's footsteps by attending Harvard, but he did not enjoy it there. The things I have in common with Eliot include that we both came from educated families that placed a lot of academic pressure on us. We also both went on to obtain higher education. However, he was noted to be a very sensitive and sickly child where I was not. Here is T.S. Eliot's ornament. Last, I would like to introduce Martha Graham. Martha was influenced by dancing at the age of 17, yet her parents were against this desire due to their strong religious beliefs. However, against her parents' wishes, she enrolled in an arts-oriented school and then went on to study at the Denishon School of Dancing. She was very dedicated and passionate about ballet. The things I have in common with Martha include that we were both good students and had good relationships with our families. However, Graham struggled with alcohol-related issues and went through a very bad bout of depression that almost claimed her life. And here is Martha's ornament. I would like to thank you all for joining me tonight. Cheers!